Yo, guys, how y'all doing? It's Leisure Gomez, your mother's favorite fighter here today. Doing the intro for MarcFlameZ channel. We just hit 1,000 subscribers, not too long ago. We're on the road to 5K. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, comment down below. Yes or no, am I your mother's favorite? Today we're going to do Misfits 14 predictions. We're here with MarcFlameZ himself, obviously.
Yeah, I'm here.
We're here with the Rested Boxing CEO and founder, Waffle Taco Gamer. I guess he's not going to say anything. And we're here with founder and CEO of Breakout Boxing, Patrick Typhlosion.
Flames. Everyone's scared of MarcFlameZ.
No facts.
And today we're doing Misfits 14 predictions. MarcFlameZ, do you want to say anything before we start?
Shit, no, I didn't have anything planned. Just leave a
Subscribe.
Could we? I have a question.
What
Generally, what do we think of the card?
Mid.
Damn.
Mid?
Right
I think-
off rip.
I think. Okay, so out of 10, I'd give it probably about a 7 to an 8 or 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's good fighters on the card, but the fights aren't. Like,
I agree.
I think
I completely agree with that.
I think there's only, in my opinion, there's only 2 fights that are absolute like bangers, 10 out of 10, and that's Kenny Adam and Julie and Barbie. Okay, but then you also got like people like saltpapi. He's good. You love to see saltpapi, and he's finally main eventing. It took him too long, but it's like he's main eventing, yay! But against who? Some old Poland MMA fighter, like.
He seems like a dude too. That Drew.
And then you got Ryan Taylor. It's like, okay, Ryan Taylor's returning, cool, against Mist, where it's like I guess they have some kind of like personal beef, but like no people that if you don't know them two, you don't know the beef. So like it's just a random ass fight.
Yeah,
We got Temple Arts defending his belt for the very first time against
a debut.
Drum roll, please.
Oh.
Who? That's the fucking thing. Who?
It's Joey Knight's
TikToker
big brother.
named- That's what I'm saying. Joey Knight's big brother, Ben Knights, who's supposedly he's a TikToker, and supposedly he has over 15 fights and he has a winning record. But the only footage I've seen of him so far is him losing in the first round. So I don't know how well he is. I don't know how good he is. But let's start these predictions. Starting off with that fight.
Well, wait, hold on. I want to say my opinion. I think the
Oh
card.
yeah, go ahead. My fault.
I think you said it on the dot. I think there's very good fighters on the cards, but the matchups, other than Julie's and Barbie's fight and King Kenny's and Adam Brooks fight, I think just the matchups, just like they're like but like I'm still gonna be. It's better than Misfits 13 and a couple of the other past events
By a
but, like,
landslide.
But it's
this is one of their better cards for sure.
For it to be in just a regular DAZN card, this is a very good card.
I don't understand. Okay, this card. What the fuck is going on with this shit? Because there's good examples and there's bad examples. The Julie Polka and Barbie fight. That is an example of giving the fans what they want. It's both people from Kingpin. They probably were supposed to fight at one point. This was going to be an awesome fucking fight, okay? That's awesome. But then we got Meals with Max, Ben Knights. You got King Kenny and Adam Brooks. It just seems like they put dice in a jar and took the dice out of the jar and just decided which fights to put together. I really feel with a bit more organization, this could have been one of the best Misfits cards, especially the title fight at the bottom. You know what I mean? For your first big title defense, you're going to fight someone that nobody really knows, a brand new contender. Any of the other contenders that are in heavyweight, you're going to choose him, not like a knick-knack paddywhack or some shit like that. I don't know. I wanted to say my piece on that.
Okay. Well, let's start.
Now that we've all given our thoughts on the let's go to predictions. First fight of the night, because there's no kickoffs. Ma'am said this is the full card, no kickoff. So first fight of the night, you got Temple Arts versus Ben Knights. I think Temple Arts gets a stoppage within 2 rounds.
I say
So
one.
I'll go second round TKO. Temple Arts.
I think Temp. Oh, go ahead, Pat.
Oh no, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm just saying they're basically just setting this up for Temple Arts to win. They want him to retain the belt so that he can fight someone like Chase Demore or something like that again. You know what I mean?
Well, I can give an insight from the coach himself of Temple Arts. Gary Olive sits there in the Twitter space that for this card, it was confirmed Temple versus Chase for their title, but now Chase Demore is shooting some kind of movie or TV show with Netflix, so he couldn't do it. And then they called for DTG, and they were going to do it, but then Mams Taylor changed his mind and is making DTG go down to cruiserweight.
That's insane.
So now, for whatever reason, they got this random ass Ben Knights.
Okay.
DTG was
What it sounds like to me is that Misfits needs heavyweights. You know what I'm saying?
Call your boy up.
Your mother's.
But anyways, MarcFlameZ and Waffle Taco Gamer. What is y'all's predictions on this fight?
My predictions on this fight, in my opinion, I think Temple might get his first like real like starch KO.
Knockout?
Like I think this is the fight that's the reason why they're matching him up. From the only footage I've seen of Ben Knights is the same one you've seen, him getting dropped, like trying to throw like an overhand or something, getting dropped. I think Temple might get his first real stoppage. When we seen him like getting that stoppage against Godson on Misfits 05, it was like the dude quit. That dude took so long to come out and then quit in the first like round. It was just insane. But I think this
embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. So they're like, you know what? Let's give Tempo a real, like a real stoppage, like a real like knockout.
Right,
so,
like a highlight.
Because there's not a lot of that in the heavyweight scene, other than what's his name? The arms fight with Master Uguay.
Oh yeah, arms and Uguay.
I think that was the only one that's like big like stoppage and all that, and I think this one might be one. So I got Tempo via second round KO.
Gotcha. Waffle.
I'm still standing on it. I think it's gonna be in the first. I don't see this guy first. Yeah, I really don't.
Right. So we all think Tempo's stopping him early, first or second round. Our next fight, we have King Kenny versus Adam Brooks. I think this is one of two banger ass fights on the card. You got the youth, technique, and speed of King Kenny versus the aggression, power, and grit of Adam Brooks. I think King Kenny is a very chinny. I think he's only been really hit with one very clean flush shot, and he got rocked off it, and that was Faye Sensei. I think Adam Brooks has more power than Faye Sensei. I think he's more aggressive on the front foot, and I think Adam Brooks can stop King Kenny. So I have Adam. Assuming they fight like 4 rounds, I got Adam Brooks via third round TKO.
I got King Kenny via decision. I feel like we were gonna see a different. I feel like this is said in almost all of his fights. We're gonna see a quote unquote different Kenny, but just the way his coach has been talking lately, because he took a break and then he got back into training like in the beginning of this year, just in general. So I just think we might see a quote-unquote different Kenny. So I'm not saying he's going to stop him, but I feel like it's going to be similar to the Wenderson performance where he just is going to outbox him for 4 rounds. So King Kenny decision.
Yeah, I'll go next. I mean, Mark just kind of hit it on the head. I was going to say the same exact thing. I think he's just going to outbox him, fucking maybe get a knockdown or something like that. I do think that Adam will have a moment, though. I do think Adam will have a moment in this fight where he hurts Kenny. Because, he has the fucking power to shut someone's lights out. Like, we saw what he did with fucking Rhino. So, I'm expecting a short little moment where it's like, oh my god, King Kenny's hurt. Holy shit. And then, like, a little bit afterwards, it's just going to be King Kenny dominating, hitting him with his jab and, just putting fucking Adam on the back foot. And I think he's just going to cruise to a not so easy, but, pretty decent decision. I mean, I don't know. Probably unanimous. I don't know.
Patrick, thoughts, prediction.
So, I mean, you guys both bring up great points. I think that Kenny is the better boxer. especially at range. I think that Adam Brooks has more power and can make his way in. I really just think it comes down to how much Kenny has improved in the gym and how much he can improve fending off against inside fighters. Because right now that is the game plan to beat Kenny. Get inside, hit the body, then come upstairs, boom, he's out. So if Adam can know that and Kenny has not really improved that much, I see Lesnar's prediction, but I don't know. I'm going to have to look at Kenny's footage a little bit more. I think I'm going to go with Adam Brooks for right now, just based off of what we saw with the Anthony Taylor fight, where he can get in on the inside, but really doesn't do that much on the inside. He just stays there. You know what I mean? I think that Adam Brooks would actually do a little bit more damage, significantly more damage on the inside, especially to Kenny's body. You know
I think people got to look at this. It's probably going to be another like Kenny versus Raxu fight, where it's a bigger guy, like more muscle mass guy, throwing big shots at Kenny in his face constantly. So it's how well does Kenny deal with that pressure? Because he's had 2 fights now, Raxu and AT, where it was a nonstop pressure, and he lost both those fights embarrassingly.
Yeah.
But next fight, you got Mist versus Ryan Taylor. Mist never fought before, I'm assuming, in boxing. I'm sure he has street fights or whatever the fuck. He's a rapper. They claim they have street fights and shit. Ryan Taylor, he's just garbage. But he's boxed before. He's been on Misfits. He's been under the lights. So I got Ryan Taylor via like second or third round stoppage.
Listen, I mean, first of all, I want to bring this up. I don't know why Ryan Taylor is allowed to be back on Misfits after that whole shenanigan he pulled week of the fucking Prime card. You know what I mean? Like, I don't
getting arrested.
Yeah, getting arrested, and like he's been like he's just been a lot of trouble. I don't know why he's valued so much, and that's just my honest opinion. But, I got to kind of put that aside. But, at the same time, I think Ryan Taylor is just not going to train for it. I think he's just going to be lazy with it. And I think Mist will actually do something. So I'm just going to go with Mist just based on what I've seen from Ryan Taylor in the past. It's just like, I can't. Huh? What'd you say?
You said you're going with Mist based off the hatred of yours with Ryan Taylor?
No. I was thinking like I gotta put that aside, but at the same time, it's just like Ryan Taylor. Even whenever he does go in there and fight, he doesn't really show me anything. You know what I mean? So,
AT beat saltpapi and King Kenny, but he drew with Ryan Taylor. So
that's I don't even think that was a draw. I think fucking AT won that shit clearly, but I'm just gonna go with Mist. Plus, yeah. I think I saw a little bit of footage. I'll be honest though, I do think Ryan Taylor has a chance. I think he does, definitely, but I just don't think that. I don't know. I think he's just doing this for a check, and right. I think Mist is
MarcFlameZ.
Yes, sir. Right. Depending on what the weight is, if it's a lower weight, I would favor Mist. But if it's like 185, 190, I would favor Ryan Taylor. But not in the way you guys think. I think Ryan Taylor's, from Mist's footage, Mist is a type of fighter to, not really a fighter because he's starting out with this. He's a volume puncher. He's going to throw a lot. He's going to throw a lot to get you off him. Because I seen the little body spar with Modine with him. And he just likes to throw a lot. Same thing with Ryan. Ryan's, like what Waffles say, he's not going to train a lot for this fight. He even said it with the Swarms fight, whatever. He's just doing other stuff, so he's not going to train boxing. So he's going to go in there for a scrap. He might lose the exchanges, depending on how many rounds it is. It might be 4. He might be losing 2 or 3 rounds. But I think Ryan Taylor's going to win this fight via Mist quitting in the stool. I think he's going to gas himself out because, there's a difference between people starting out boxing and it's like 2-minute rounds and all that, and then transition into 3 minutes. Miss has never fought before, and going into a quote unquote pro fight. I mean, it's not really a sanctioned pro fight, but they're technically pro fights, 10-ounce gloves, 4 threes, and all that. He's going to gas himself out and quit in the stool. So that's how I see Ryan Taylor winning. Not by him winning, by Miss losing.
Yeah, I see that. Patrick Typhlosion, take it away, brother.
Listen, all right, everybody knows how I feel about Ryan Taylor, all right? This guy fucking sucks. This guy needs to see it inside of a jail cell, not the inside of a fucking boxing ring. Getting one punch Superman by swarms, pulling out of the prime card because he gets arrested, headbutting DK money. This guy is a piece of shit. He has the most punchable face probably ever seen. Probably smells like sweaty balls. Okay, why is he back on Misfits? God knows why. Okay, he's a dirtbag, human scum. He left his kids, he left his wife. He's a deadbeat, and I fucking hate him. With that being said, I do think he's going to win the fight.
Okay, good.
So, pretty unnecessary. All right. So, next fight in the card, we got another banger. Probably should have been main event, in my opinion. I would have put this as main event. I'm not gonna lie, but we got Julie Polka versus Barbie, the final of the Kingpin High Stakes tournament, finally coming to an end. So. I think, obviously, this is probably the best fight that's probably ever going to happen in women's influencer boxing for a while. These are probably two of the biggest heavy hitters in the women's division, and just probably the two biggest women in general. Julie Polka, she's like a brick wall in the boxing ring. She kind of just stands there, plants her feet, and just waits till you to get close and get those big power shots. Barbie, while she is big, or that sounds mean. While she's a bigger fighter, she actually has good footwork. So I think there's two ways this fight is gonna go. Either Barbie's gonna get caught with try to stand in the pocket and exchange with Polka, and Polka's gonna knock her out or like drop her, TKO, or Barbie's gonna like box this bitch and win off decision or like late round stop, like TKO, like. The Julie Polka gasses. She gassed in her last fight against fucking Alina Vampera. But she does have a good gas tank, even though I just, kind of counteracts itself. But, yeah, I mean, Barbie decision or Julie Polka stoppage, I'm not sure, bro. Like, I'm still teeter-tottering on both options.
Yeah, here's the thing about that, Lazara. I think, because you gotta understand, Barbie is not naturally around 140 pounds since this cruiserweight title is a bigger... one thing, I don't really like why they named it cruiserweight when it's like not cruiserweight in women's. I think that's a bit weird, but I kind of get it. Just make the weight classes a little bit easier. But this is a naturally weight for Barbie, so she's not cutting. I feel like she could hit Julie with something Julie's never been hit before, because you got to remember, Elle had to come up in weight, and Julie didn't have a rehydration clause and got like wobbled by Elle Brooke. And Barbie has Barbie in her first match dropped someone with an uppercut. I forgot her name. I'm gonna be real.
Whitney Jones.
Yeah. She dropped her with the uppercut and all that, and I think that should have been stopped there, but the ref saved her. But I feel like Barbie could stop Julie. I could see like later rounds, like either third or fourth round stoppage from Julie. Barbie. I think Barbie could stop her.
What about you, Waffle Taco?
I'll be honest, bro. It's a tough fight. It's a tough fucking fight for both girls. I won't lie, but in my honest opinion, I think that it's going to end up being Julie Polka by decision. Now, listen, I know Barbie has power in her hands, but Julie does too. And she can fucking box too, right? Fucking all I've seen from Barbie is just she can just swing. Like, I remember
she's the female slim.
Yeah, I was about to say that. People called her like the female slim and shit like that. I don't. Yeah. I just see Julie just like just staying in that pocket, letting her like throw shots, whatever, and then just counter, just counter, like outbox her, maybe make her gas out, like, because Barbie is the taller person. She's going to be looking to the body, shooting the jab, the left, all that stuff. So I honest to God just have Julie Polka by decision. I don't think it's going to be easy, but that's what I think.
Patrick, thoughts and predictions?
I like this fight a lot. It brings legitimacy to the title, and I think that it's awesome because it's like a fight from Kingpin. It's a fight that the fans want. I think that Barbie's going to knock her out. I think that Julie Polka is a tough son of a bitch. But listen, we're hearing a lot about being the better boxer and being this and that, and Barbie just swinging and being the female Slim. Well, if we're going there, I mean, who was technically the better boxer? Technically said had more power in the Salt Papi and Slim fight. It was the Salt Papi, and guess who got knocked the fuck out? Salt Papi. So I'm thinking that we might see a repeat of that. And if Barbie's the female Slim, which is not a bad comparison at all, hey, listen, it's written to our stars already, baby. It's going to be a good fucking fight. But if Julie wins, I mean, again, she's a tough cookie. She's a tough son of a bitch. And I don't know, man. She's crazy. Both these women are crazy. So
they're both hot, but I mean, that's just me, though.
Yeah, they're both bad, bro.
I will say, yeah. But I will go with Barbie on this one because I do think that being longer, having more range is going to benefit her because, listen, if we're talking about power, then that's going to come down to how tall people are and how much the reach is because Barbie knows how to use her reach and she's fought people that are smaller. So it's going to be, easy day in the office.
Yeah. And a quick little side note before we move on. This was the Kingpin final for the women's division. Let's hope that eventually we get the fucking, the other final on Misfits someday.
Maybe that's the next one.
And then me and Mark can finally prove our point to you guys about fucking
Big Gibber.
No,
Big Gibber.
I'm off.
No, don't even. We're not gonna do this.
Anyway, this is not the video. No, this ain't the video. All right. Anyways, main event time. We got Super Salt Papi, versus Ferrari.
The car.
Amadeusz Ferrari.
So, Amadeusz Ferrari, he's 6-5 MMA fighter with 4 knockout wins. He's a wild fighter. I do think this is a little tougher fight than people might think for Salt Papi. I know we said it a little bit off camera and shit. I wouldn't be surprised if Salt Papi loses this fight.
Me either.
And I wouldn't, that's just it's typical Misfits to fuck over the fighters. You know what I'm saying? So
they're big.
Ultimately, though, since we love Salt Papi, I'm gonna go with Salt Papi via unanimous decision. I think he can go in there and just outbox the fuck out of this guy, kind of embarrass him. I'm assuming they're going 4 rounds.
It's actually 5. It's actually 5. It's 5.
I was at 5.
It was confirmed in their face-to-face.
Okay, so 5 rounds. Yeah, I mean, I can see Salt Papi just outboxing him. In the early rounds though, like first 2 rounds maybe before Ferrari gasses the fuck out. He's gonna probably be hitting Salt Papi with some big shots. Might hurt him once or twice, but I think Salt Papi's gonna just outbox him. So Salt Papi UD.
Mm-hmm.
Might knock him out late. Who knows if Ferrari gets tired? Tired enough, so Papi might just catch that motherfucker slipping.
Yeah, I see. Oh, you. All right, who wants to go?
Just go. Let Waffle go.
All right, go Waffle.
Okay. I just want to get out of the way because because main character syndrome. But I think Salt Papi has a chip on his shoulder. I think he's gonna come into this fight looking way, way better. I guarantee we're gonna see, maybe some of the old saltpapi where he has those angle switches, that with that mean ass cross, some beautiful combinations in and out of range. I, honest to God, think we're gonna get a 3rd round stoppage by saltpapi. I truly believe that, because there's no way you lose 2 times and then, not come back with something spectacular. And it's, I mean, that's just what I think. I think 3rd round. Salt.
All right, Patricia, I'll go last. Patricia, go ahead.
Okay. No, I just wanted to say I think it's going to be saltpapi, because while other fighters off a layoff like that after a loss, they might fall into a depression, might fall into a rut, especially if you're saltpapi. That could have easily happened with all the success he was getting, and then the momentum shift that kind of slowed down from the Anthony Taylor fight, and then picked right back up again with Slim, and then he got knocked out. So it's kind of a roller coaster of emotions and pressure. So I think refocusing the vision, taking that invincibility away from him, made him a little bit more vulnerable, and he probably went back in the gym a little bit more motivated than he's ever been. So I think, again, we're going to see a different saltpapi. I don't know if he's going to knock him out or anything like that, but I think saltpapi will win. I think this will be a good redemption path, and then after, I want to see him fight a bigger name.
Yeah, my opinion, I think saltpapi is gonna try to bring him back a little bit, not his old self, but I feel like he's gonna start bringing back more of the skill, because we haven't seen him win a decision match since Halaham. It's either been a knockout, or if it went to the judges, which was Anthony Taylor, he lost it. I think he wants to show people he's not only has a gas tank, but he could box for 5 rounds straight against a very experienced guy. Which, by the way, if he wins this whether way, be it however he wants, this is a very credible win. A very credible win, which is equivalent to like any, like let's say Jake winning against Ben Askren.
Anthony Taylor ducked this fight, bro.
He did. And I think saltpapi would win unanimous decision, 5 rounds to 0. I think he wins every round.
Okay.
Do you see it being Ferrari is like
Kenny Winterson?
I think Ferrari's gonna have moments, but I think saltpapi is gonna show his boxing IQ and just win the rounds. I think it's gonna be 50-45 all the way across the board. Unanimous decision.
We're gonna see a mini Pacquiao on that motherfucker.
Exactly. And if he stops him, then I see like a straight stopping him. The same way Josh Bruckner, if there's a stoppage. But I don't think so. I think my boy Ferrari got a chin.
Yeah. He's been stopped before, but
yeah, but like I'm talking about just boxing. I'm not talking about MMA. Has he been stopped in boxing?
No, he's 1-1 in boxing.
Okay, well then
both of them was decision. He lost a split decision, and then he won via unanimous decision.
Okay, well then yeah. So
and I mean, he's 1-1 in boxing, 1-2 in kickboxing, and 6-5 in MMA.
Yeah. So I just think saltpapi just has to hit him right if he wants that KO.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, that wraps
the guy's a very aggressive guy, though. So
yeah.
Saltpapi's a counter puncher. So I could see him walking into some mean shit. But yeah, end the video. Let's go. Talk too much.
Yeah, but who wants to do the outro? Since Lesnar did the intro, who wants to do the outro?
Gentlemen, it's MarcFlameZ on the road to 5K, a member of Breakout Boxing. You can expect awesome shit from him soon. Follow Lesnar Gomez on Twitter. Follow Waffle Taco Gamer on Twitter. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. Subscribe to MarcFlameZ. Subscribe to Patai Fusion. We're coming back. Breakout 04. Gonna be announced very, very soon. Misfits. This card is mid, but it's gonna be good. So, alright, subscribe. Remember to subscribe. You see it's glowing right there? You see how it's lighting up right there? Subscribe. Subscribe. Hit it. Hit the button. Do it. Okay. Alright.
Alright, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe. See you guys in the next video.
Peace. Swear there's no kizzy. Baddie on tits like her name is Mackenzie. No, I'm the hottest, I'm running the city. We pop out the parties, we lit up in NC. She tryna slide and go right in the ghost. Lil' shawty fire, I'm liking the post. We been on fire and getting this best, so if we ever